Well, the Denver Broncos have sure given us something to talk about today, as on day 2 of free agency, Wes Welker has agreed to a 2-year contract with the Denver Broncos, going from one AFC contender to another, from the Patriots to the Broncos. So how does this shake things up? Wes Welker, when I immediately saw the terms of the contract, I thought he signed for a lot lower than I thought he would, but to me, him signing for this amount in Denver at least makes sense. I'm a little surprised there wasn't a team out there willing to spend more, because I thought Welker was for sure going to get overpaid, but I think he got a pretty good deal here in Denver, as he's getting a 2-year, $12 million contract, and I wanted to compare that quickly to Brian Hartline, who's 5 years younger, got 5 years, $30 million. Both contracts are $6 million a year, but what this shows is that there's not much value around the league for a slot receiver. I mean, Percy Harvin, he did sign a 6-year, $67 million contract with the Seahawks, but he's a different type of guy. He's not just a slot, he's so versatile. But when you look at Wes Welker, he's a slot guy that can return punts, and he's very good at what he does. He's caught 100 passes in all but one season with New England, and he's a guy that's just very productive. And I'm not going to say that he's a product of Belichick's system. He just thrives in his role. He was in the right spot in New England. They threw him the ball like for a 2-yard pass, and he ran with it for another 6 yards, and it was an 8-yard pass. And I think Wes Welker is a very good receiver. I love his quickness and his run after the catch ability, and I would say that he's probably had his last 100 catch season, because he's going to be the third option in Denver. Now in New England, the thing there is, I think part of his price tag here is his value. In New England, they have Gronkowski and Hernandez with big contracts. They have a running game now with Stephen Ridley, and they have one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And Welker, he was their top receiver, but he isn't like as important as Percy Harvin was to the Vikings. And if you look at what he's in Denver, he's probably going to be a slot receiver, the number 3 guy. Decker and Thomas start, so you don't give a guy like that $8-9 million, whether the Patriots or the Broncos. The only way I could have seen Welker making $9-10 million was if there was a desperate team that wanted to sign him, and apparently there wasn't a market for that from Minnesota, or the Texans needed a receiver, they didn't want to get him. And so Wes Welker is now a Denver Bronco, a toy for Peyton Manning to play with. I love the way he fits into this offense, by the way. They have a solid 1-2-3 punch now in the receiving core, and not very many teams can say that. They're young on the outside, they got Welker on the inside. I love that, and they make the New England Patriots weaker. If you remember last year, the Patriots, they brought the hurt on the Broncos in the time they played. I believe it was like week 5 or something, and so they weakened one of their strongest competitors. They make themselves stronger. They killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and now maybe they can make a Super Bowl run this year and really pull it off. But I personally love the move for the Denver Broncos. I think it's okay for the Patriots. I think they're going to do an okay job replacing him. I'm not sure how they want to do it. I'm sure Belichick has a plan of some sort, but let me know, guys, in the comment section, what do you think about Wes Welker in Denver? How will this play out, and will Denver be successful, and will Welker continue to be a solid, productive receiver? And what will New England do to replace him? Let me know, guys, in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I'll have more coming shortly.